Shalom Aleichem. I'm in the mikveh here in Tokyo, ready to run for a shachris. A friend of mine called me from his office 5 minutes ago, and he says, I have here a Haimish Yid, and his wife is watching your channel, and she's influenced, and now there's compatibility problems, Shalom Bayit, because he said this, but I'm not 100% sure if that's the problem. He said that he feels he's not on her level in learning because she knows a lot of stuff. But I think it's more than that. I think maybe he wants to swing a chicken, and she's like, look, you could use money, and what kind of God wants a chicken to be swung anyway? Think. Maybe that's incompatibility, because it comes to Yom Kippur, everybody's going to swing a chicken. It's a very mystical moment.
Hi, Daddy.
How are you?
I'm taking in the bath.
Yes, I'm taking a quick mikveh bath.
Do you want to make a swine, Daddy?
Yes. So everyone's going to do the chicken. It's a problem, but I doubt that's the case. So we went through in the style of the old Shiloh Sechuvas, questions and answers. What could be a problem? And he says, I don't know how this got straight to it, but there's a guy in Flatbush that could prove to you that there's a God. I said, I don't understand. What does a God have to do with which religion to choose and which part of the religion? Because even in a religion, we're not talking about Reform and Orthodox. We're talking about in the religion, there's tzdukim, baisusim. Nobody knows who's right. The Chazal just set up a nice system, a logical system to go by, which is it's not so religious. The system that Chazal set up is not religious compared to the Jewish religion with the animal sacrifices and other things of keeping Shabbos in very, very strict ways. If you look at the Dead Sea Scrolls, it's very clear. But I said, what does the existence of a God who is uninvolved anyway have to do with the creation of a certain religion, and in the religion, which denomination is true? Because we're discussing Yiddishkeit, but we're also discussing other religions, because Yiddishkeit has a lot to do with other religions. And then we finished off very nicely saying that Yiddishkeit, the Jewish religion, and the Torah has almost nothing to convince people that there is a God. It tells you if you're Jewish, you should worship only the Jewish God. No shopping around, no worshiping other gods, because the God that you worship is a jealous God. Back in the day, when people believed this is a word from God on a mountain, like when they delivered the rules in books and on tablets, some people actually believed that a God would say such a thing, that a God could be jealous and angry and worried that you're spending money in a different shop somewhere, worshipping another God. So they had to go from worshipping a few, to going down to one. And the Navi Yirmiyah speaks all about not sacrificing children, claiming that God never had that idea in the first place, which we're going to go explain it much more at length about when we're going to do a nice show about Rabbi Ginsburg, the Mekubal in Eretz Yisrael, Yitzchak Ginsburg. So the Torah doesn't come to prove. The only people that are really looking to logically and philosophically try to prove a God through your feelings and stuff like that, which were mainly poets. It's a concept of poetry. Like, look how beautiful this mountain is, the miracle of a flower. As one boy came back from Eretz Yisrael, from Esha Torah, and his father picked him up from the airport and said, what'd you learn over there? And he goes, look at the miracle of a flower. So he learned poetry, and his father said, I could have signed you up for a very good poetry class at Princeton University. You would have been the best. Now you went to a place where it's not exactly what you could have got with the precious time you had. But basically, I narrowed it down for him because he's a Haimish and he went through a very limited system of understanding. I said, it's Christian theologians trying to prove the existence of God to doubters. It's got nothing to do with the story of Yiddishkeit, from the Aseret Adibris all the way through. The only question is if God is nice, or he's indifferent, or he's maliciously cruel. That's a question that either way it doesn't matter, because if he's not doing anything anyway, so let's all do the best we can with what we have. And just some more people who are more educated really believe that we're alone here. We don't have some special force. But I don't understand, back to him, and I said to him, feel free to call me direct. I don't bite. I mean, I do bite, but not through the phone. Nothing I do. And you could ask a question, as long as you think it over before you ask, and you're not wasting anyone's time. So thank you for watching, and Lahagdol title, I did more Yiddishkeit, more learning.